Hello. I'm going to talk for a little bit about ESEA. Basically, it's the premier North American TF2 division. If you're watching this channel, you probably know that, but you might not. If you were like me when I played in UGC, I played for 3 seasons in UGC without knowing that ESEA was even a thing. ESEA is largely a CSGO organization, but they also have a TF2 league, and basically it's the premier TF2 league in 6v6 in North America and arguably the world, especially if you look at prize pools and stuff. But what I want to talk today specifically is about the new North American 6v6 team drive. I have the Newbie Mix Steam group pulled up, and I'll link it in the description. But basically, every season, we're trying to get a team drive. If you want to play in ESEA, but you may have never found the opportunity, you may not know the right people, you may not know where to go, this is a great destruction of almost a wall of entry into newbie mixes. And we're doing this drive for a few reasons. The big one is that we, and myself personally, I want people to get involved in competitive TF2 in a more serious environment than UGC. If you just like goofing off with your friends and just playing 6 people versus 6 people in a more casual environment, UGC is definitely your league. But if you really want to push at it and get way better at it very quickly, then ESEA is the best avenue to get there at the moment. And so I want to do everything that I can to help you personally get into this premier division or this premier league of TF2. ESEA has 3 divisions: Invite, which is the 9 best teams; Intermediate, a bunch of teams that are pretty solid trying to get to Invite; and Open, which is an open division that anybody can play in. The best decision that I made involving TF2 was buying the Soldier Trombone Taunt, I'll be honest. The second best decision that I've made involving TF2 was making the leap into ESEA Open. At the time, I actually went into SEVO Open. Don't worry about what that is, but it is the equivalent of ESEA Open at the time, really. And so I made that jump from UGC to a paid league, and I haven't looked back. I have not played on a single UGC team, Highlander or 6s or 4s since then, and I really don't regret it. I have a great environment with my teammates. I know that I can count on them, and they know that they can count on me, and over a season of time, you create incredible friendships that I was never able to get in UGC. In ESEA, you play 4 or 5 nights a week, 2 or 3 scrims a night, and you have 2 matches a week, and you really, really, really work hard at it. And if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, or even could think about being potentially interested in, I am yet to meet somebody that played a full season of ESEA and said, you know what, I really regret spending all that time in ESEA. It's a really, really fun experience, and I really want you to get involved. So here's what you can do to get involved in ESEA. Basically, there's a link down in the description that says that's all the details to this team drive that we're doing, along with some details that you'll need to know before you agree to play in ESEA, essentially. And what you do is you go down there, you sign up using the form that is given after carefully reading the instructions, and hopefully, if you're lucky, and if we get enough people that say they can do it, you'll get drafted on a team with 5 other players. So you'll have a full team of 6 that's assigned to you rather than you having to look for a team, and we do that based on age and skill. So those are our 2 big factors when determining what teams to place you on. So you can expect to get on a team with a somewhat similar age group as you and a somewhat similar skill level as you. When we take that group of 6, including you, give you a couple backups if we can find some, and we hook you up with a veteran TF2 coach. We've had people that were in invite coaching. We've had really high IM players coaching in past seasons. And really this season, I want to clarify what we're calling these people and call them what they really are, which is mentors. These are people that help you through the entire process of getting through your first season of ESEA, from making your ESEA account to paying up your proper premium and stuff, which we can help you with if you really need it, to getting the client sorted out, to joining up on the servers on your match day, scheduling scrims, getting through the whole season with a positive mindset, and really just doing everything that you need to do in your first season and in order to better yourself as a player and also as a teammate in general. And it's really great to not have to spend multiple seasons working on figuring out all of these things, to just be able to hop in your first season and know that there's a potential for you to do really well. And that's the opportunity that I would love you to take. The more people we get involved in this team drive, the easier it is to match with proper skill groups, the more teams that ESEA gets, which means that they are happier to support TF2 moving through in the future. My personal goal, the goal that would make me ecstatic to reach, would be getting 16 new teams of entirely new players into either competitive TF2 or ESEA as a league. And you don't have to have any experience. You can just hop in. If we reach my goal, then what will happen by the time you get to the second half of the season is that you will be playing against teams of similar skills. So you'll have the same highly competitive mindset that you get out of ESEA, but you'll be playing people of similar skill to you. And that's really where the fun happens, is when you get those close games. So hopefully you'll consider this. Hopefully this is something that might interest you. Please, if you have friends that are, sitting in UGC saying, maybe I'm just not good enough to play in ESEA, or if you have friends that are like, man, matchmaking is pretty neat, but it's also pretty awful. I really would like to play competitive TF2 in a slightly more serious, controlled format. Link them to this video or link them to the Steam announcement, and really just share this as much as possible. We want this team drive to be bigger than just our little newbie mix community of a few dozen people. We want everybody to be involved in it. Right now we're sitting at 3 teams. We haven't really done too much marketing at all, so I'm really happy with that. Yeah, please get into it. It's 2 a.m. and I decided to do this at about 2 a.m. 2:15. So I'm going to go to bed after uploading. Nighty-night. Or good morning. Or good afternoon. Whatever it happens to be when you're watching this. Later.